Welcome to The Explainer. We often see these huge national reports about things like child poverty, but what do they actually mean for your family day to day? Well, that's what we're doing today. We've taken one of those massive reports and turned it into a practical roadmap, focusing on the strategies and tools you can actually use to build a stronger financial future. Let's dive in. So let's just cut right to the chase. If you strip away all the different programs, all the complex policies, what's the one thing that has the single biggest, most powerful impact on a family's bottom line? Well, the data on this is incredibly clear. And the answer? Well, it's hiding in plain sight. All you have to do is look at the direct connection between a family's work life and their economic reality. It tells a really powerful story. Okay, just look at these numbers. They are absolutely staggering. For a child living in a family where no one has a job, the poverty rate is a massive 62%. Now watch what happens if a family gets even a part-time worker. That rate gets cut by more than half, all the way down to 28%. But here's the real game changer. In a family with at least one person working full-time all year round, the child poverty rate plummets to just 7%. The difference is just undeniable. So, there it is. This makes steady, full-time work the main highway on this whole roadmap we're building. It is the most direct route to getting your family on solid economic ground, and really, it's the foundation for everything else we're going to talk about. But, and this is a big but, it's not just about having a job. The research shows that the way your family approaches earning an income can make a huge difference in how resilient you are when life throws you a curveball. So let's compare two families, right? In one, the primary breadwinner just works a ton of overtime. Sure, that brings in more money, but in the second family, another parent enters the workforce, maybe even just part-time. The data suggests that second option is often way more powerful because it diversifies your income. It creates a real financial safety net. Think about it. If one person loses their job, the family doesn't lose 100% of its income overnight. So we've established that work is the foundation. It gets you on the road. Now, let's talk about building on that. Once you have income coming in, what are the tools in your toolkit to maximize it and make every single dollar work harder for you? One of the biggest tools out there is the Earned Income Tax Credit, or EITC. Now that sounds kind of complicated, but it's really not. The key words here are refundable, which means you get money back even if you don't owe any taxes, and earning subsidy. The best way to think about it is like a bonus for working. It's designed specifically to boost the paychecks of working families. So how does it work? It's basically a simple three-step deal. Step 1, you work and you earn money. Step 2, the credit actually gets bigger as you earn more, up to a certain point. So it's literally designed to reward you for working. And then Step 3, when you file your taxes, you get that credit back as a refund, which can be a really significant boost to your family's income for the year. And this is why this is so important. That extra cash from something like the EITC, it's not just about paying the electric bill, which is crucial, of course. Research has actually found a direct link between that extra money and kids doing better in school. We're talking about a measurable bump in math and reading scores. It's a literal investment in your child's future. Okay, let's keep building here, because making the most of your current earnings is just one part of the puzzle. The other part is thinking long-term, investing in your family's ability to earn more down the road, and that means smart skills and training. Now, we all kind of know that more education usually means more pay. But let's be real, for a busy family trying to get ahead, not all job training programs are worth your time or your money. The research points to a very specific type of program that actually gets results. They're called sectoral training programs. And here's their secret sauce. They don't just teach you random skills. They partner directly with companies in your area to train you for jobs that are actually open and in high demand right now. Then they help place you in those jobs. It's a super practical approach that's been proven to increase both how often people work and how much they earn. All right, just like any road trip, this journey has some potential hazards, some potholes you need to watch out for. As your family's income starts to grow, it's really important to understand how that can affect other support programs you might be using. One of the biggest hazards is something called the cliff effect. Imagine you got a small raise at work. Awesome, right? But what if that little bit of extra money pushes you over the income limit for, say, a childcare subsidy? Suddenly, that small raise triggers a huge loss of benefits, and you could actually end up with less money at the end of the month. Knowing where these cliffs are is absolutely essential for planning. Okay, let's think about another hazard. True or false? Having an unstable work schedule can actually hold your family back financially. The answer is a huge, resounding true. When your hours are all over the place from week to week, it makes it almost impossible to create a budget, to arrange for childcare, and to really make the most of programs designed to help you. And you know that last point about unpredictable schedules, it brings us to the ultimate destination of this entire roadmap. Because it's not just about hitting a certain dollar amount, it's about achieving a certain kind of income. So, this leads to a really interesting question. Which is better for a family? A higher income that's completely unpredictable, or a slightly lower income that you can count on, like clockwork? Well, the research strongly suggests that while the amount of money matters, stability might just be the real secret to well-being. See, income stability is a superpower. When you know exactly what's coming in each month, you can actually plan. You can budget. It reduces so much of that constant background stress that comes with financial worry. And maybe most importantly, it frees up your mental energy so you can make better long-term decisions for your family instead of just trying to survive the next crisis. Predictability gives you control. So, what's the big takeaway from all this? It's that understanding these ideas, the power of full-time work, the tools like EITC, smart training, and the ultimate goal of stability, that's the most important thing. This knowledge is your map. It gives you the power to navigate the road ahead. The only question left is, what's your first step going to be?